All right, friends, welcome back to Astrology Time with Aaron. Aaron here bringing you your daily horoscope for Monday, the 13th of September 2021. We've got the moon moving through the middle to later degrees of Sagittarius. Sagittarius is a sign about information. It's about collective information. It's about the group information. It's about information that's not just ours. This isn't just what I can learn within my environment. This is the information and fire sign about travel. This is about the destination outside of oneself, the destination that's outside of my comfort zone, outside of my experience. It's saying go in this direction, follow this light, follow this fire, because somewhere in this path, in this journey, you're going to come across information to expand your mind, to expand your horizon, to expand your views, to expand your vocabulary. And we get to share this information with other people, which is an exciting energy that's happening today as the moon is going to create a sextile over here to Venus or to Mercury in the sign of Libra. So this is like, look, where I lay my head is home kind of energy. You know, I feel safe traveling. I feel safe exploring. I feel safe. And it's okay for me to be vulnerable in learning new cultures. You know, I have to step outside my comfort zone in order to learn something from somebody else, to step into another, group's tribe, or to really learn how they're living life. You know, we have to put away our ego, Leo kind of energy, and step into what theirs is. And we do this in a place of verbal communication, communicating with other people. We get to share our journeys, share our travels with the community. So right at 3, the moon plays this really cool role connecting Mercury, which is headed closer to creating a trine to Jupiter. As you see that little line right there. So Mercury's starting to trine to Jupiter. And the moon plays this little medium between communication, Mercury balanced in Libra, judgment, what is right, what is wrong. It's up to us to decide that. It's up to us to communicate. It's up to us to seek knowledge, to seek information, and share that information with the community. Jupiter also still creating that septile, biseptile right here, septile, means fate and destined connection with information being given to the collective. There is information being given to the collective. This information, we are going to have an emotional response to this information, and how is this right? How is this equal? How is this balanced to us? Furthermore, Venus, or I keep saying Venus, Mercury, creating these 2 special septiles here to the Neptune home in Pisces. Now this can be like, I don't really know if I can trust this information. I don't know if this information is real or not. This is just information being given. Is this factual? Well, we've got the sun today opposing Neptune, saying, is it factual? I'm only going to do the work if it is. I'm only going to show up and do, go in this direction if I know there's going to be, light at the end of the tunnel. Mercury also creating this septile over here to Uranus. Now, this is an interesting combination of events, my friends, because in a certain sense, this is like rebelliousness. Like, yeah, if what you're saying to me is confusing, and if you can't express and explain what you want from me, or you need us to do, or need me to do, in a clear, coherent way, so that, again, understanding is kind of the key here. And if that can't be done, why do I comply? Why do I follow? Why am I subordinate to these wishes, to these demands, to this concept, to this idea, whatever it may be? And Mars here, spending its last, day, Monday and a Tuesday, at 29 degrees of Virgo. It's the critical degree of Virgo. Before this, this is critical aspects of knowing self. Before we get into, yes, this is about the us. This is still about me and what I choose to act upon, how I choose to act, what I choose to act for, what am I being motivated for. This here is just, this one's fancy to me. I can't lie. The fact that Mercury at this exact time sextile to the moon, moon sextile over here to Jupiter, both in air signs, is about communication in the masses. This is about us doing the work, us traveling to look up and seek information. Confusion of this, and this is like, just follow tradition, friends. Just follow, because this is what we say, and this is how we do it, and this is how we've done it for years, tens of years, hundreds of years, thousands of years. And all of this energy is saying this doesn't make any sense. This doesn't bring balance, and this isn't harmonious. Something we were talking about for Sunday's horoscope, consent and compliance. And it's like, in what, there's this nurse. I'll share this with the bottom of this if anybody wants, and what makes sense? What is right? What direction are we going into? And it's about sharing information with other people that might go against what a certain entity or idea has. Now, I want to use an example here. There's a single person, a single human being that owns a bridge that connects Detroit to Canada. His name is Matty Maroney. Owns a bridge. Single person owns the bridge between Detroit and Canada. And Canada now this chart cost Canada all kinds of money. So, but it makes Matty Maroney tons of money. Everybody knows about this. Otherwise, you got to go to Sarnia. It's complicated. Anyway, Canada wanted to build a bridge. I think I might have talked about this on the channel before. Canada wanted to build a bridge here. And what Matty Maroney did is he created a negative ad campaign saying, oh, the bridge that Canada wants to create is going to come out of your kid's child, going to come out of your... It's like, no. The truth is, it was taking money out of Matty Maroney's pocket, so it was easier for him to create a slander campaign opposed to being truthful, because it's ridiculous to think that a individual person owns the only bridge between these two countries in this area. I mean, that's wild. Anyway, it's like, well, that doesn't make any sense anymore, and we're using confusion to make sure that you people, when I say this in this particular case, it was like Americans, Michiganders, vote against this bridge because it's going to cost you money in the long run. And it's like, no, this was misinformation in order to mislead you to make you feel a certain way. Now, if we haven't done that research for ourselves, we wouldn't know about it. Maddie won. Here's another one. Here's a random one. Information for yourself. A&W root beer? I don't know if other countries know about this. A&W root beer. This is randomly popping in my mind, so I'm going to share this today. This is about sharing information with people, trying to even out the playing field. A&W company, they make root beer. They used to have a fast food chain. They might still have a couple. They made a 3rd-pound burger to compete with the quarter pounder. All right, in a blind taste test, the 3rd-pound burger actually tastes better than the quarter pounder did. However, people preferred the quarter pounder because it was the same price, and for some reason, their minds thought a quarter-pound burger was actually more than a 3rd-pound burger. It's information like that. It's difficult. It's difficult that we, as a society, are unaware the difference of a 3rd pound to a quarter pound, that a 3rd pound is actually more, but because we see a 4, we think we're going up in numbers. This is quite sad to our collective, to our community, that we lost something that we could have had we actually preferred the taste, we preferred the price of it, but we get confused. And it's just like, well, now whose job is it? Whose responsibility is it to clear up the confusion? And it's everybody's. It's kind of everybody's, because we're all in this together. And that's something that this energy is reminding us, especially with the moon being in the sign of Sagittarius. We're all in this together collectively. We all have different ways of going about something. We all have different ways about learning about something. But if we're misinformed about something, then it's up to us as the individuals to help the collective out. And that we're going to be seeing that throughout this next week, big time, as Mercury continues to inch closer and closer to that 24 degrees. where it's going to retrograde as well. So it's going to take a sweet time. It's going to start to slow down at 25 degrees, so it's going to be creating that trine to Jupiter here for like the next 2 weeks, It's time to really slow down and think about what is right and what is balanced, what is equal, what do my actions, if we keep buying the lie, they're going to keep selling the lie. The more that we keep buying sugar and fluff, the more they're going to keep selling it. And this is where Mars here, these last 2 days of Mars at 29 degrees of Virgo, it's like if we keep doing and acting and saying yes, it's like, well, okay, we're just going to, it's just this once, or just this exception, or it's just this one, that's like, okay. It's like this. It's like the oil companies. If we want to stop, it's like if you want to stop supporting oil companies, we can't stop. Not all of us can afford to not buy a car or to not drive, to not drive a gas fueled car. But it's like, stop buying the snacks, the sodas, the candy bars and stuff that are inside, because that's how these companies make the most money. So, it's these are other ways of going about doing things. And that's, Sarah, let me come back here for a quick second. The reason this is being brought up is like Uranus here creating a little quintile to the moon. This is a different way about going about something, a different way about how to spend money, that allows for this breakthrough, this change to happen. So, we can't all just up and sell our gasoline vehicles to go buy hybrids or to go buy a Tesla or whatever it may be, but if we stop supporting these certain aspects to the system, it can be beneficial for us and send a message in the long run, whatever that may be. All right, friends, I love you. I wish you enough on this beautiful day. Have an amazing Monday, and I'll see you tomorrow.